If you're standing in the middle of your living room, staring at a shiny elliptical, and wondering whether it will actually move the needle on your fitness goals, you're probably asking three things. Who is this really good for? Who should just leave it on the floor? And does the price make sense for a regular everyday buyer? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Those questions are the same ones I had when I started looking at compact home cardio machines, especially after reading a few forums where people complained about noisy motors, cramped strides, and mats that never seemed to stay put. Let's start with the basics of the situation most of us are in. You've probably got a modest amount of floor space, maybe a spare bedroom, or a hallway that doubles as a workout zone. You want something that feels like a real gym session, but you also need it to stay quiet enough that a partner can work from home, or a kid can be doing homework in the next room. The Sunny Health and Fitness Smart Elliptical tries to solve that by offering a longer stride, a silent electromagnetic resistance system, and a high-density foam mat that claims to protect both your floor and the machine. The question is whether those claims translate into everyday usability, or if they are just marketing fluff. Who should buy this? If you're a mid-level cardio enthusiast who already knows the difference between low-impact and high-impact workouts, this machine can be a solid addition. The 16-level electromagnetic resistance means you can fine-tune the intensity without the jerky feel of a magnetic brake system. That matters when you're doing interval training and need to drop or raise resistance quickly between sprint and recovery phases. The extended stride length about 20 inches accommodates taller users, think 5 feet 10 inches and up, who often feel cramped on the more common 16-inch strides. For a family where one adult is regularly exercising while a teenager uses the space for yoga, the foam mat does a good job of dampening vibrations, so you're not hearing a constant thump every time the belt changes direction. Now, who should skip it? If you're a beginner, who is just dabbling in cardio, and might only hop on a couple of times a week, the price tag can feel steep compared to a basic step-up, or a budget-friendly mini elliptical that doesn't promise a smart app. Also, if you live in a small studio apartment and the floor is already a mix of hardwood and laminate, you might find that even the non-slip mat slides a bit under heavy footwork, especially when you're pushing the higher resistance levels. In that scenario, a fold-up treadmill or a compact bike that doesn't require a dedicated mat could be a safer bet. From a practical standpoint, the biggest strength is the smooth, silent motion. I tested it by watching a TV show while doing a 30-minute steady-state cardio session, and the machine stayed whisper-quiet even at level 12. That's a direct result of the electromagnetic resistance motor, which eliminates the clunk you hear on older magnetic or friction-based ellipses. The silent operation also means you can keep the TV volume low, which is a hidden cost saver if you're trying to avoid a full-on home theater setup just to mask workout noise. Another practical win is the integration with the SunnyFit app. When you pair the elliptical via Bluetooth, the app pulls your resistance level, stride count, and calories burned in real time. For people who love data, this is a nice way to set weekly goals and see trends. The app also offers preset workouts that automatically adjust resistance, so you don't have to fumble with the console mid-session. I tried a 20-minute hill climb program, and the resistance shifted smoothly from level 5 up to 12 without any lag, which kept my heart rate in the target zone without me needing to think about the knobs. On the flip side, there are a couple of weaknesses that become apparent after the novelty wears off. First, the footprint is larger than a typical fold-up cardio machine. Even though the mat rolls up, the elliptical itself is about 4 feet long, so you need a dedicated spot where it won't block a doorway or a piece of furniture. Second, the console display is functional, but not particularly intuitive. You have to scroll through a few screens to get to the heart rate monitor, and the Bluetooth pairing can occasionally drop if you have multiple devices in the house competing for the same band. It's not a deal-breaker, but it adds a small friction point for anyone who isn't comfortable with tech troubleshooting. Durability is another angle worth mentioning. The frame is built from steel and the pedal arms have a rubber coating that feels solid under repeated use. The high-density PVC foam mat that comes with the package is thicker than the thin rubber pads you see with many budget models. In my case, after a month of daily 45-minute sessions, the mat showed no signs of compression or edge fraying, and it still grips the floor without sliding. For owners of hardwood floors, that kind of protection